Good evening. Bright blessings to you all. Welcome back to the Kwanzaa series. And here I am at 6:30 p.m. Standard Time in the last few hours of the Gregorian calendar of 2022. And I want to wish you all just take a big breath in and a big breath out. I feel that these transitions, whether we are on pagan calendars and Sabbats or honoring different lineages and countries and festivals and traditions. These are really special times, and this is just as the sun rises and the sun sets. Just take some time to really honor these moments. It's just really, really beautiful. I know Tamiana and Michelle Lynn are a couple hours ahead of me, and so they will be transitioning to 2023 in 1 or 2 hours. And yeah, I feel there's an auspiciousness to this. It's not just about picking up a glass of champagne and toasting in the new year. There's something else very special going on in the background. So I want to welcome the Tarot Twin Sisters, Tammy Ann and Michelle. Welcome to Ange. Hello to all of you. And tonight we are coming back for the sixth spread in the celebration of Kwanzaa, day 6 of Kwanzaa, and Habari Gani. The response tonight is Kuumba. Habari Gani, Kuumba. And this tonight is a reflection on creativity, and I kind of think this is a perfect energy to take into the new year, and that is one of growth and development. What is creativity? What is creativity? And what does that mean for you? And what fuels your creativity? And what you know, I encourage you to take this down to its essence and sit for a moment and just journal about creativity and uh, what that means to you. If you have birthed children, there's something about that. If you have worked in a occupation where you are creating things, like there's certain, if you create recipes, if you create, there's so many ways in our life that we create. And what does that mean to create? Etymologically, can we break that down? I didn't take time to look at what the root of this word is connected to the word creation. And so in the essence of tonight's spread, there is a connection really to the beginning of things, to from nothingness to a place of something. And you are all a part of that. You are a part of this greatness. I'm going to use the Sacred Bee Tarot tonight because I used this last year, and I was very intrigued with the cards that I drew in 2021. And this spread has a very unusual shape. So I'm just going to do a few shuffles here, and then I will share that shape with you. And I want to thank all of you who have come back and made comments below, either watching the replay or coming back from the live stream and expanding on your interpretations. And please know that in the playlist below are these spreads for the past 3 years. My intention for 2023 is to revise these spreads. As I have been working with these spreads for 3 years, I have some new insights and different directions I would like to take this energy while honoring the precepts of Kwanzaa. I love creating spreads. It's really a beautiful thing, and I encourage you all to take that on. Hi, Laura. Welcome. Okay. All right. So the shape of the spread tonight is two. So two cards, and I'll move this around once we get going. So there's two cards and then four underneath it. This is a very interesting shape. One of the things that fascinates me with spreads, and like I said, I create a lot of them, is the relationship among cards. And so there will be a natural relationship between these two cards and these two cards. And then the seventh card sits alone. Okay. And like I said, I have no idea what sort of state, meditation Veronica Rose in when she created these breads, because there appears to be some sort of magic in the shapes of these breads. Our first prompt for tonight is creativity, Kuumba, if I haven't said that, is so scrolling on down. My special area of creativity. And again, sit with that word. What is creativity? Hmm. Now, I'm going to look back, but I think this is the card that I finished with last night. King of Discs. Oh, I didn't finish writing things down. I have a feeling this is the card that I ended with last night, and I start with it here tonight. That's pretty profound. There is an earth-centric energy in this card. This is Fire of Earth. I'm loving the concentric circles in the third eye. So I'm picking up on um, an earth-centric spirituality. So like a green witch kind of energy, but this is deeply embedded into earth-based practices, leadership. I love the dark green colors of this card, and while I am in quite a bit of darkness, this is quite profound. You have a court card too, Michelle Lynn, Queen of Swords. I wonder if you are a writer. 10 of water. Hello, Jair. Welcome. And I'm sorry about the pronunciation of your name. 10 of water as my special area of creativity. This has to do with a full expression of emotion, fully expressing your emotion. There's a lot of passion to that card. Think about the fullness of water, the complete the the trouble is with a lot of us in this in these healing arts is that we have practices and experiences with clients where we do not there's a lot of guardedness. So people come to us with a lot of protection around them. And emotions do not rise to the surface fully. And I love that this card is here because this tells me you can bring this out in people. And Tamian, thank you for offering up your own interpretation. I love that. That's great. Okay, let's go on to the second prompt, and that is how I currently express my creativity. So, this would emphasize a focus, and this would be where you are now. Fiery. This is the Emperor card. And I felt a bit of resistance to this card in the first or second, I think it was the second reading. And again, I have an expression, an un I'm not sure if it's uncomfortable or not. So there is an expression of masculinity here, strength, activism, and creativity. While this is a fiery force, is also inspired by lunar qualities. So part of me wants to see here some lunar qualities to infuse and support and balance what is above, because these are very strong masculine energies. So look at your two cards that are above and then see if there is an infusion, balancing of energy in the four cards below. Third card is a connection to ancestors. This might come through a very specific tradition. And I've offered this up before. This is the Queen of Cups. I am not aware in my direct lineage of mystics, psychics, healers, witches. I know there is a bit of Irish ancestry that has a pagan tradition, but I unfortunately the souls that were here in this lifetime have passed on, and I haven't been able to have conversations with them. So this tells me that indeed there was a ancestry of intuitive souls, souls that were completely in touch with the work that I'm doing. And I intuitively, I know that, obviously, um, because it came to me at a very young age. And you know what? I wish it's a prayer that I have, that coming back in another time, in another body, that I'm more aware of this. I'm more aware of the connections through my DNA. And so how do you feel about this? Do you feel, to me, this feels really good. I feel that the work that I am doing honors my ancestors. Do you feel that the card 3 honors your ancestors? Are you stepping up in a way that honors your ancestors? And is there anything that you can shift to bring this more into focus? Are you a closet mystic? Can you bring this forward in a greater way? Tamian says, let's go to Tamian's comment here. On honoring her ancestors, she can honor by bringing ideas into existence. Beautiful. 3 of Earth and the heart. Oh, it's okay. Very earthy. I'm teaching others by through the creativity you said earlier. I can bring it out in people. And yes, I'm honoring my ancestors and it's telling me not to stop. Love that. Okay. Um, I just want to pause here. I have had a couple of requests in the Facebook group lately. And if you are sending a request to join the Facebook group and I don't know who you are, um, I haven't had time to send you a personal message. I just don't accept everybody into the Facebook group because it's a very sacred place. So I will reach out to you if you have asked to join and I haven't replied. Please, thank you for your patience. Okay. I just wanted to say that. Okay. Let's go to the next one, which is how my creativity promotes unity. If you weren't here on day 1, unity was the theme of day 1. Unity is a basic precept to harmony and peace and happiness. And we can build, so we can build, create unity. So this is a really, important card here, and you may want to pull this one out. I have, 7 of discs, patience. I love okay, I wanna tell you a little bit of a story here. The idea of building rock creation, like, not necessarily an inukshuk, but a marker, a trail marker, things like that. There's several places I've been in the world where the beauty of these trail markers has really been of emotional support, connection, spiritual support as well too. This card means a lot to me. I love that it's also purple. And I wanna ask you to circle this card and to, um, perhaps take this card and look at it in terms of the cards that came up for day 1, okay? Prompt number 5. I did a video not too long ago on YouTube because one of my clients had asked me to speak more about beauty in terms of grace, beauty and God, beauty and spirituality, beauty, what beauty means outside of the third dimension. From all that I have studied and learned, beauty is deeply connected to grace. Beauty is a part of God consciousness. And this is a word, an adjective, a concept, an archetype that I think we need to sit with really carefully. Um, it has a very high frequency, and unfortunately, it's been abused in the third dimension, in the cosmetic industry, the fashion industry, and so forth. And so, this this question, I would encourage you to spend a little bit more time journaling with. Okay. I've had this card in a few different decks, through this series, 2 of Wands. So, I'm opening to something, I'm, opening a new perspective, perhaps initiating a new perspective. There are different ways that I can go with all of this. Hmm, I wanna look back, and this is a fun thing to do. So I have, of course, in Excel, I'm an Excel nerd. To create a spreadsheet, and especially if you've done this over a few years, to look at the cards you've drawn for these spreads and to see what the intersection of the cards is and where you have drawn the same cards, whether they are from the same deck or different decks. Something about this 2 of Wands is also saying something very special to me. Alright, I'm gonna go to the chat because I wanna engage with you as well too. Number 5 cards. Okay, so I'll go to Jai Air, the world. It's crazy because my creativity is through creating music, and I'm an artist, and I literally see myself touring the world. And oh, that's beautiful. There is an opening here. So if you think about a Pamela Coleman Smith deck and the mandorla, right? That wreath symbol, the mandorla. This is like a portal opening up and to be open to invitations, to be open to shifts in new directions. It's beautiful. Mm. And so this is where I so that's the first card that I had tonight. In this position, so in position 5, would you say, Michelle Lynn, that this creates a, um, what's the word? Curator. Could you be a, like, the museum and think about this metaphorically as well too. Could you be the museum curator? The one who creates the landscape upon which others share their creativity. And where would you be able to step into the archetype of curator? I'm wondering if you are the one. Do you remember what was it called? Goodness, and Sarah, if you're here. Sarah, yesterday I received your card. I wanna thank you so much. So Sarah Jarman, who is an artist, she's a student of mine and a follower on YouTube, Sarah Jarman. This is a card she sent. This is, I believe, Tobacco Barn in Winter. She's just crazy. I love her art. She sent me quite a few different pieces in the form of greeting cards, and I thank you for that. So what I was gonna say, Michelle, and, this Ally Man Tarot project, in terms of tarot, this is something you could do to be the curator of many people's works. And so if it isn't in the medium of tarot, that's what I'm feeling for you, that you are a curator. Uh, I'm sorry, I read your comment. Alright, Tamian for number 5. Shining shining light where others do not see their possibilities. Right, so keep that bright light alive. Jair also has a bright light card here. With the Knight and the King of Wands as well too, there's a sense of, uh, forward motion. They will be going to other countries, other lands, other places. They want to, uh, and I'll use a sexual metaphor here. They wanna spread their seed. They want to spread their seed, and that's not necessarily a negative thing, but I think that metaphor can be very powerful in terms of creativity as well too. Alright. Okay, let's go on. We have 2 more to go. Number 6. Oh, and before we do this one, let's just have a look. So you can come back and journal on this, but look at the relationship between 1, 1 and 4, and 2 and 5 to see if you see a relationship. I definitely have a color relationship. There's something going on there with the colors. I had a very, amazing aha moment last year with the relationship with the cards that are, above and below. Number 6. How my creativity benefits my community. And again, really important to step out of the ego of this sort of card. Mm. Helping others to see things differently. Do you feel I feel sometimes there is a very monochrome attitude, and, it's funny, sometimes I say things and people go, "Huh? What? What?" Um, but that's part of my role is to offer weird and, I mean, that is one of my, um I walk by that sign at my front door every day that says, "Honor the artists, honor the weirdos, for they bring light and vision to the world." I've shared this sign that's by my front door every day, and um, it's really good. We need to keep challenging and offering different perspectives. And on a really, really mundane level, I have okay, so one of my, daughter's friends is a jewelry artist, and she made this bracelet years ago, and I put it on. I've been at a couple events today. You can probably tell because my words are not clear, crystal clear here. Anyway, um, I love that I have this connection here through time to this part of my life. Different lenses, different perspectives. We have to challenge people. We I think in our role as light workers, part of that is poking buttons. So it's important. Okay. Now, the last card is just for you. Okay, so take this one perhaps into your dream tonight, thinking about my first questions of what is creativity? What does that mean to me at this point, in this present point of my life? What do I want to create? Um, how about this? How does creativity enhance my life purpose? That's a good one. I'm going to type that in. How does how does creativity? I think this is a really good question. So if you go back to the purpose night, the purpose spread, so purpose was Nia, right? So go back to the Nia spread and see, and I think this is the beauty. We it's crazy. Okay, I'll talk to that in a second. The beauty of these spreads, and I had you do this on the second night, was to take a significator from the first night and bring it into the second night, is to find the links, the web among these spreads. And I feel like this is a clue, a cue here that might create an aha moment for you. Now, this is 5 of cups, which I have had once or twice this year in a spread. This takes me back to 2021, where there were a lot of cards that were asking me perhaps to revive my service, my awareness to grief counseling, hospice work, things like that. So 5 of Cups has always been an important card to me. I've done lots of workshops in forgiveness, helping people to let go. I have reworked and built some workshops around the Ho'oponopono practice. Something here is inviting me back to this. And I want to also this I'm riffing here because I think this is important, and you need to do the same in your journaling. I may have overpriced myself. There were a couple of corporations that invited me to be a what do you call it? Like a keynote speaker. I was a workshop presenter at a corporate retreat. And this was one of the themes that I offered up because it's something I feel very passionate about. And while it's not a really cheerful thing to do at a team building weekend, it's a very powerful thing to do because I really feel that if we can release and to let go, we leave the weekend a whole lot lighter. And this is a hard sell. It's a very hard sell to corporations. And it's funny that I'm coming back to this because I felt particularly with one of them, I felt quite, um, hurt. We had had some wonderful back and forths sharing the development of the workshops for the weekend, and in the end, they didn't buy. So this inspires me to continue to develop my work in, uh, this theme, and I want to. I think grief work, forgiveness work, letting go is, hugely, hugely important. Okay, perfect timing. Thank you all for your support there. Okay, all right. Again, um, I really appreciate all of you and your contributions to our conversations over the last 6 days, and I will be back tomorrow, 6 p.m. for the final night, and we can carry on and have more of a chat. I'm completely free tomorrow, so if there are questions or requests in developing these spreads, please let me know, and I'll see you then, and I see Karen's here. Karen says, "I have to go, but wanted to wish everyone a peaceful evening and shiny new year." Oh, same to you. Bright blessings to you all. And thank you again. You have no idea how much I appreciate each and every one of you. Namaste. Happy New Year.